You know what I really like about JoJo's? It's the references. You can find it all over, the internet and different mediums, whether it be in likely places or even unlikely places in some cases. Basically, how the old saying goes, everything is JoJo's reference, meaning you've probably seen it in some way, shape, or form, whether it's been through memes, other anime or mangas, cartoons, games, and game creators. Celebrities openly say that they love JoJo's. Hell, there was even a Gucci collab a long time ago. But you're probably asking me, why is that relevant? Well, that's because this next part is actually the most memed on and the most referenced by fans of the series. So let's go ahead and jump into 1987 Japan, where we start our next part, Stardust Crusaders. Now, to briefly summarize this part of the story, we follow our main protagonist, Jotaro Kujo, the totally realistic depiction of a 17-year-old, in his journey to save his mom, Holly Joestar, from a stand that's slowly killing her after it's awakened. Now we find out how to save her through Joseph Joestar, who not only returns to the series, but ends up being Jotaro's grandfather, which I actually think is really neat that he's been brought back to the series. Now, he explains in order to save Holly, they have to defeat Dio. That's right, that damn wannabe Dracula apparently survived that boat incident by attaching his head to Jonathan's body, and then sleeping in that same coffin that Erina was in for over 100 years because there was some sort of secret compartment at the bottom that nobody decided to check for any reason. So, isn't that just convenient for him? Now, on this journey with the Joestars, we gather allies in way of Avdol, Kakyoin, Paul Nerif, and Iggy to face off against the agents of Dio, which I think is really cool, but unfortunately I don't have enough time to talk about them. But if you do want more of a breakdown on what I think about the individual characters, the fights, all that stuff, just let me know in the comments. So let's get into what I think is the highlight of Stardust Crusaders, as well as what I think the part suffers from the most. Now, obviously the best part about it is obviously the stands. I mean, the stand system is really cool in the fact that it offers a different way to battle than your usual shonen series, mainly by having the villain create a situation in which our hero has to find a way to outwit their opponent to come out on top, typically by using their stand abilities as well as any knowledge that they have. That means most fights don't just boil down to who can punch harder. Well, for the most part. Now, the problem I have with Stardust Crusaders, though, has to be how long it is. It does drag on in some places. I mean, it has over 150 chapters, or if you just watch the anime, 48 episodes. And I feel like it could have benefited a little bit by being streamlined, but hey, hindsight's 2020. Now, with all that being said, I rank Stardust Crusaders at... Just kidding. Hey.